Commentator mic check 1 2. Commentator mic check 1 2.
Hello everyone, welcome to this round 13 National Premier League women's fixture between Gladesville Ravens and Emerging Jets here at Christie Park, one of the most famous grounds here in the northwest of Sydney. Everyone talks about the likes of Anfield and Stamford Bridge, but Christie Park is the place to be on a Sunday night for some beautiful football between some of the biggest clubs in Women's National Premier Leagues in New South Wales. We apologise for the blaring house music in the background. We can't do anything to turn that off. However, both captains are deciding which way they're going to go, with Milan Hammond and Kimberly Davey, who will decide which way they're going to run or kick off. In fact, Dribble has Kimberly Davey down as a goalkeeper, so it causes a bit of confusion for us commentators here. However, she is an outfield player, despite the contrary. And we have a beautiful view of Sydney as the sun sets, as the sun will set during this game. So do not get distracted by that, as we finally get the I spoke too soon. The music is still blaring. Looks like it's finally off, and we can finally hear ourselves sink as we prepare for this match. Just a bit of intel for you. The Gladesville Ravens are coming off a 1-1 draw against Sydney Olympic, currently sitting 5th, whilst the Emerging Jets are coming off a 3-2 loss against Apia and sit last with only 2 points to their name. So it's a game of contrasting form. The Jets are going to want to grab their first 3 points, whilst the Ravens will want to continue their battle for the title race. And it is only a 4-point difference between 1st to 7th. At the top of the pack, we have Manly United on 24, whilst the MacArthur Academy and RPR are on 22 respectively. Tigers and Ravens, Northern Tigers and Ravens, are on 21, and Sydney Olympic and Stingrays, who verse each other tonight, are on 20 points. So all the 3 points are necessary for this game. And other games at the same time, we have Manly United versus Bulls FC Academy, Blacktown Spartans versus NSW, MacArthur Rams versus Apia, Illawarra Stingrays versus Sydney Olympic down south. But this is the game that you want to see. This is the game that you want to watch. I am Christos Mavmastakis, and I'll be bringing you through 90 minutes of pure footballing action. The Ravens are in black and white, and the new Emerging Jets are in gold and blue, to give you a bit of a point of reference as to which team is wearing what, as it looks like Claudia Shalakian will kick us off as soon as the referee blows that whistle. But they are checking the goals, and it looks like the goals are all sprung up and ready to go. And we are here at Christie Park as Gladesville Ravens take on the Emerging Jets, as Claudia Shalakian looks to kick us off, and she does indeed. And there's Halls, tries to get it out to De La Harpe, who has a very good track record. She's played overseas, played for Brisbane Roar, Perth Glory, Sydney FC, and now she's bringing her talents down to the National Premier League Women's, as the W League season is well and truly concluded, and they send it out to Haralambus, who puts in a cross, but it is only cleared as far as Sharp. And Emerging Jets could have a promising attack here, but it is stopped away by Dasgo. Hoofed up, but it's Dunbar who collects the ball, who is the goalkeeper, not to be confused with Dunbar Rovers, the National Premier League side. There's plenty of space for Emerging Jets to form a counter-attack here, as Allen sends through Collins, but it is cleared away by Davey. the captain. And Newcastle Jets, emerging Jets, will form some sort of attack. They're trying to get into that Ravens box. Here it is. And they're still going now as Allen plays it back. And it goes all the way back to Howarth. But it is intercepted by Shalakian. But Dunbar will play it back to Howarth. Number 7 at the centre back. We usually think of number 7s as goal scoring players. But she's at the back with number 7. And Moreno tries to feed Haralambus. But instead it will be a throw-in as Salvador will throw it in. And it is a Jets throw once again as it deflected off Haralambus. Another throw for Salvador. Here is Hammond. Who is one of those W League players making her mark in the National Premier Leagues. And it is cleared nicely by Howarth, who is only 17 years old and has started 12 of 13 games this season. So despite her age, she is misreliable when it comes to defending. Now here's Shalakian trying to get something Haralambus, but the only thing that reached was the wrong net. And Dunbar will start us off with an 18-year-old goalkeeper and is yet to keep a clean sheet this season. And 3 minutes in, she has that clean sheet so far. But of course, there are plenty more minutes of football to play as emerging Jets are on the attack again. They wanted the foul, but it starts back to Romaina Paraguay, who hails from Chile. In the six, has played for Colo Colo, one of the most successful clubs in Chile and the most famous club in Chile. As Hammond uses her hustle and her W League strength and wins a throw for her side. We'll throw it in to Knipe. And it comes out to Salvador, who was on the bench last game and is starting. There's Moreno, the Perth native, getting it out to Tanaka, who is a Japanese native who sends it out wide as they try to find De La Hart. And Chalakian trying to fight there, but that's great defense. And Dunbar, who has been busy already, will restart the game as the emerging Jets look to be the better side this opening 4.5 minutes. There's some great communication between the centre-back and the goalkeeper as Davey clears it away, who has started 67 of her 68 games in the National Premier Leagues. And that's Davey again. That's an all-crucial touch from the Jets. And here is Moreno, who will leave it for Haralambus, who is formerly of the MacArthur Rams. So thrown in as Moreno and Sharp are tussling right here. And it is a Ravens throw, which will be thrown in by Allen. So we have number 23 for the Ravens is Allen with an E, and 23 for Emerging Jets is Allen with an A. So it's the battle of the Allens as they both wear number 23. So here's Habuda, who sends Shalakian into the box. Emerging Jets need to deal with it quickly. And there's Allen, who sends it out to Salvador, who's been busy already. It was a hospital pass. And there is another throw as Allen will take this one. Ravens Allen. Here's Moreno, who's actually great friends with Sam Kerr, both Perth natives. Here is Davey. Gives it to her centre-back counterpart, Dasko. Here's De La Harp, who actually plays for the Ireland national team. And speaking of her, she will take the throw in. Here, emerging Jets on the counter. And here's Salvador, who has started 6 of her 8 games and has a goal against the Illawarra Stingrays. Could not get the pace on that. And here is Allen to take the throw. It goes to Davey. Sends it out to Dasko. And it's the first season with the Ravens, after previously playing for Blacktown Spartans and RPL last season. So she now joins the Northwest Sydney club. And Knight trying to find an option, has to go back. And they go all the way back to Gadapiris. This is another one of those W League players, and started all 3 of her games that she has played for this side. And here's Gadapiris, who will send it back to Dunbar, who has Howarth. And Kashalakin was staring her down, but Howarth dealt with the composure. And it comes back to Paragire. And he's intercepted by Allen. But Tanaka showing her experience there, winning the ball for her side as it comes out to De La Harp, who did well there to help her side retrieve it. And Paragire hoofs it upfield, trying to find something, and she's looking for Habuda, who has had a stint at Western Sydney Wanderers and is formerly of RPL with her first season here for the Ravens. Not to be confused with the Baltimore Ravens, that is a different sporting code. This is the Gladesville Ravens. And it is a goal kick, and Dunbar will start us off. And as we approach the 9-minute mark, he remains goalless, and Dunbar has a clean sheet so far, but there is still plenty of time to play as Gadapiris tries to find the winger, but De La Harp uses her experience and goes back to Paragire. It is intercepted from Sharp, but it's won back by Moreno. Haralambos is trying to get there, but it is won by Dunbar, who just plays the safe option into the hands of the opposition coach. Here is Allen now to take the throw. Plays Davey, wearing that bright green captain's armband. Dasko and Davey forming 1-2s. That's a good press as Allen versus Allen there. Allen not pleased with that challenge by Allen. Haralambos tries to clear it, but it falls to the emerging Jets. And it is a battle between Allen and Collins. Clears to clear it away as Collins wins it, but her touch lets her down. And it is emerging Jets throw. Collins is 16 years old with 3 goals in first grade and has started 11 of her 12 games. So another reliable youngster in the side. Here's Moreno, who tries to find the target woman. It's a brilliant ball. Dunbar putting her body on the line. And tries to go for the shot, but instead finds the goalkeeper, who is wearing a different number to the number that I have written down, rocking the number 21. And we'll play Gadapiris, who's pioneering the back line so far and helping the Jets the clean sheet so far. And then she finds Hammond, who's bearing down a goal. She sees Paragiri off the line, takes the shot. And that trickles out for a goal kick as Romaina Paragire will be ready to take the goal kick. And she actually scored a goal in the 2022 season, unleashing her inner Alexis Sanchez, and has met the FIFA president Gianni Infantino. So those hands have shaken some very important people as she gives it to her captain Davy. Tried to find Haralambos, but finds the touchline. And Salvador will take the throw. Headed up by Allen. But she finds the touchline also as the other Allen and the other 23 will take it. Knight intercepts that, but Paragire catches that. The Portero, goalkeeper for the Ravens. As Knight tries to find Hammond. And here's O'Hagan. And number 9 playing not in a number 9 position. Just like the number 7 at the back. Thrown in now. And the Ravens intercept that. This is a brilliant run, but there was miscommunication between Hovarth and Karapidis, and the Ravens can continue to go. Here's Shalakian, intercepted by Karapidis as a plane flies over this field. Everyone in there must be wondering what type of beautiful football this is. Well, we can let you know that it is the National Premier League Women's. Here is Hovarth, who sends it up for Hammond. Instead, it finds Hammond again from Collins, sending it out to Knight, sending it out wide, swept in. Paragire, safe hands there. She throws it out to Haralambos, but instead it is intercepted by Howarth. Moreno with some trickery there and sends it out wide. Beautiful vision there to find De La Harpe. But the Jets can form another attack. Here is Allen to Hammond. Sends it out. And here is Salvador. Encouragement from the coach, and she grabs it, whips it in, cleared away. Here is Lexi Moreno. Sends it out to Haralambos. Tries to find Abuda. It is sent up and intercepted. Sorry, not intercepted, sent up, but now intercepted by Halls, who is sitting in the midfield as the Ravens try to work out something. It was touched by Adams, the crucial touch to help her side get back to defence as the Ravens' promising attack was altered. Another touch by Knight, who is actually another 16-year-old who has 2 goals in first grade. So emerging Jets, literally taking the word emerging to its name with lots of youngsters in the side. And Moreno now tries to find Haralambos and does find Haralambos, who could make something from this. Keeps going from that lucky touch, whips it in. And Howarth back gives the Ravens the first corner of the game as we strike 16 minutes into the game. And Haralambos to take, as she wins the corner, and she will take the corner. Tanaka there just for support. It looks like Haralambos will go long, which she does, trying to find a head, tipped away by the keeper, and then finally cleared away by Allen, almost taking out some of the spectators there. That's not what they came for. Haralambos throws it into Tanaka, and Salvador gives them another corner. Haralambos will try and make an even better delivery as she did in the first delivery. Can she put some sauce into this one? Some tomato, some barbecue, maybe even some mustard as she hoofs it into the box. Looks like Shalakian was the target woman, but it falls back. And it is a goal kick as Dilla Harp tried to put in a second chance opportunity. And it starts once again with Gladesville. And the Jets looking to find something here. Here's Sharp. He finds Oaf. Haralambos deflected. Bit of hustle and bustle, but it is an emerging Jets throw-in, much to the dismay of Haralambos, who is still finding a word to pick with the assistant referee. And this time it looks more clear that it is an emerging Jets throw, as Salvador gives it to Allen, who still has the ball. And there is Collins, as the goal kick will be kicked by Romina Paragire. So she seems to be fan favourite with 61,000 followers on Instagram, and she won the Best Goalkeeper Award last season. So Paragire, a fan favourite here in northwest of Sydney. In fact, there will be a game straight after this game in the same competition as Northwest Sydney Spirit will take on Football New South Wales Institute. So a game that the Jets will be paying close attention to, as the Jets win a throw. Here is Hammond. And it falls to Salvador. Tries to find, instead finds the Ravens Davey. Here is Moreno. Cheeky nutmeg, and she gets past Allen, but the execution was not as good as the skill, and that definitely would have been on the highlight reel if she got the pass away after the cheeky nutmeg. Thrown in by Salvador. Haralambos just takes that deflection. Here is Tanaka. Brilliant hold-up play, showing her experience there at the ripe age of 38. Haralambos tries to find the target woman, but it finds the gloves of Dunbar. And just trying to find something here as Howaf hits it up. Here's Hammond. Without Christian. Love to see that. And there's another goal kick. Paragire has used her feet more than her manuals, her hands, in this game so far. She might go short, but urges her team to push forward, and they do go forward. Allen tries to get the touch, but it falls to Haralambos. An air swing by Howat as the ball trickles onto her hand, and it is a Ravens free kick. And it looks like Moreno will take this one, rocking that number 9. And she scored in their last game, which was their draw against Sydney Olympic, formerly of Bankstown City Lions as well. Signing mid last season for the Ravens. Takes the shot, deflected away by Salvador. And the emerging Jets trying to get an open here as Hammond looks to find Allen, But it looks like Paragire will retrieve it, and does. Hoofs it upfield. Brilliant header by Karepidis and by Howarth, respectively. Salvador. Allen being urged to run and chase the other Allen. Out to Haralambos. Cheeky back heel makes a side win the throw. And it is a throw for the Ravens. Thrown in now. Moreno finds it wide. O'Hagan misses the header. Goes for the strike. Falls to Tanaka. Easy hands there. And here is Dasco. Plays it back and goes all the way back to Paragire. Haralambos tries to get up for the header, but if only she was a few inches taller, she could have got her head onto it as Salvador takes the throw. Haralambos with the knock to Moreno, using her showboating skills once again. Here's Hammond, who wins the foul, once again using her W League experience as she gets straight up to help her side. Here is Howarth, but the pass was not the anticipated one there. And here is Howarth now to hoof it up, and Collins could not get to it as the emerging Jets coach was not happy with that. Wanted her to run forwards instead of sideways there. And it comes back to the goalkeeper. As we are approaching the 24th minute mark, it remains goalless here. Both sides on contrasted form. The Ravens sitting fifth, emerging Jets sitting bottom, still yet to win a game. The emerging Jets lost their last game 3-2 to Apia, whilst the Ravens drew 1-1 with Sydney Olympic. And Sydney Olympic taliswoman Demi Koulizakis grabbing another goal. And it is a throw now for the Ravens, who are trying to get something into the box, trying to find that first goal and break open that deadlock and make sure that Dunbar does not keep a clean sheet, as she has yet to do this season. She throws it in. Whipped in now. Calls for a way, but it falls to Haralambos, who takes the shot. Tries to go near post. And the emerging Jets will start us off again with their standard goal kick routine as Howarth finds Hammond. Very physical game. Here's Allen, trying to find an option, but instead goes to the safe option, goes back to Karapidis. He finds Howarth, who hoofs it up. Not the best touch there from Knipe, and De La Harpe gets it straight back to the emerging Jets. But Shalakian wins it back for a side. And the Ravens are looking for something. There's Shalakian with the whip. The brilliant ball in to Haralambos, who takes the strike. And it was the cut in. However, it goes out to the other side as Patricia Haralambos could have opened the deadlock twice, and the ball trickles out of the field and will be retrieved by Dunbar, the goalkeeper. Once again goes to her centre back, who goes back to Karapidis as the centre backs work together. Not the best touch there from Davey, but Haralambos keeps it in and saves her teammate. Now here's Halls, gets it out to Dascott, it goes back to Paragire. And here's Davey, Paragire, pioneering her team from between the six. Dascott trying to find something here, but might have to go back. Plays it across the goal, was risky. However, Moreno gets it, and he's hoofed up into Allen, who is another one of those W League players. But instead, a foul is given against the Emerging Jets, as Allen wonders what she does, using her W League physicality there. However, could not help her side there. Here's Hammond. Sends it to Collins. But concedes the free kick. And here is Davey, who will restart the game back to Paragire, whose gloves match the bright orange jersey. Not the best kick there, but they're not the best touch, as Allen gives it to the other Allen. And now it's a foot race that Dunbar will win and just clear it away, as the ball almost takes out the crowd again. Here's Haralambos now, trying to find something here. The Buddha, who's actually wearing, not her last name is not on the jersey, which caused a bit of a commentary confusion, but we can confirm that is her. Here is Hammond, and Haralambos once again disgruntled, conceding that free kick. Howarth gets it out to Dunbar. Goes back to Howarth, who has been very busy this game. And that is the ball to Collins. Some brilliant footwork there. Puts it into the box. Cleared away, but only as far. She takes the shot. Knipe there. Took that shot, but it will find Paragire, who will take the goal kick, as Emerging Jets look to have had the better chances. As we clear that second ball into the pitch, Paragire will restart the game. Hoofs it up, and they're on the attack here. Here's Habuda using that W League experience. Takes the shot. The brilliant save of Wilson Shalakian. Back to Habuda. He takes the shot. And it is 1-0 here at Christie Park, as Isabella Habuda scores and breaks the deadlock here and makes it Ravens 1, Emerging Jets 0. Dunbar did well there to try and stop the goal, but it was the follow through from Habuda that made it count, as the ball started from the back from Paragire and ended up in the back of the net. As we have a little bit of a graphic for a goal being scored, it is 1-0 here, and the deadlock is finally broken, and another clean sheet is snapped from the Emerging Jets, as the Ravens need these 3 points to keep themselves up with the title race, as they are currently sitting 5th and are tying on points with Northern Tigers. So pending. So hopefully they can pull ahead for the sake of their title race, as there's only a 4-point difference between number 1 and number 7. Here's Shalakian, who is the sibling of Brendan Shalakian, Rockdale City Suns player. And he actually plays for the Armenian women's national team, who will be going to the Euros in 2025. So congratulations to her and the Armenian national team. And they're looking to keep going. Here's Collins trying to get an equaliser for a side. She takes on Davey. Deflected. Shot is on! But that was not handsome or pretty there, as Knight takes another shot from outside of the box. That was off target. And Paragire will just take her sweet merrily time for this goal kick, and we'll hope to deliver another spectacular ball to help her side get another and double the lead, as she urges her team Ariba up. As she hoofs it up, it falls to Karalambus. And here is Allen, who goes back to Karalambus, trying to find an option here, and finds it in the goal scorer. She still has the ball, whipped in, but Dunbar will start us off as the temperature falls here in Christie Park, and the sun also falls, as the Ravens currently lead 1-0 thanks to a brilliant strike from Habuda, who worked hard to get that chance. Sent through now. Karalambus who throws it out. And the emerging Jets intercept the ball. Sent in now. That was fancy from Collins, but it works out in the end as it comes to Salvador. Forward runs is what the coach has been urging his side to do, and it hits the ref, so the referee has to stop the game. It should be a drop ball and play should continue from that. And that is exactly what happens, as Knight sends it out wide. That could have given the Ravens some time to reset. And here it is Claire Adams, who started every game this season with 2 goals, and is only 18 years of age. And here is Davey, El Capitano. No advantage given, and the emerging Jets win a free kick. And they will try and whip in some sauce, hopefully bring their side back into the game, break the deadlock, and make it all even. Paragire commanding her wall, as Karalambus gets in the wall instead of Shalakian. And we are waiting for the referee's whistle so that we can see what will happen from this free kick. Hands up, balls up, headed away. Karalambus clears it away, and it will be an emerging Jets throw. And it looks like Emma O'Hagan will take it, who has 8 starts this season and is 18 years old. So many teenagers. And Shalakian not happy with that decision. There are children around, she dropped the F-bomb there. Getting frustrated. And the referee having none of it. The coach has urged Shalakian to calm down. And there is still communication between Davey and the referee taking up her captain duties and sticking up for her teammate. However, that is not the way that you should react, Shalakin. And the Football New South Wales Institute have scored behind us in their reserve grade game, but this is the game we care about. She's bearing through on goal, takes the shot, and it is a brilliant save from Dunbar. The shot from Habuda denied from the goalkeeper in bright pink. And that could have doubled their lead, as there is another corner that looks to be whipped in with pace. And it looks like Tanaka will deliver some sauce into the box, and she does. Fumbled, cleared away, a bit of a scrimmage in the box, but finally Hammond clears the ball, and it will be a Ravens throw-in to be taken by Dillaha. Forget that, Haralambos will take it and will send Shalakian, who wanted the foul once again, but looks like she will not get that once again. Davey, a bit of a hospital pass there. And the calls for the handball given to the Jets. And Haralambos is still complaining about that foul from the back that Shalakian was also appealing for. And it is a corner for the emerging Jets, with the scaffolding in the way of the cameraman. But we promise you the footage gets better now, as it does. And they keep fighting, and it's cleared away by O'Hagan. Here's Allen with the throw. Throws it in. Headed away, but it falls to Moreno, who still has the ball. And that's some brilliant pace. Tanaka is in the middle, whips it in, and then cleared away by Hoa. And Shalakian not a happy lass. And Hammond sends a beautiful ball in, takes the strike, and Adams hit that like a field goal. And it goes out for the goal kick. And Shalakian here on our sideline will just get a bit more tape after that fall on the knee. And that seems to be what the pause is and what we are waiting for. However, she is off the field, so they should be able to continue play. And Paragire looks like she will do that. And she hoofs it upfield once again. And that's the head as Allen wins the second ball. Here's Haralambos, who has to go back and does go back and wins the foul for her side. And looks like Shalakian's happy with that. And here is Paul, who sends it out wide to De La Hart. Here's Tanaka, who wins the throw for her side and has 2 goals this season, both in their 4-2 win against NSW, and has started 70 of her 72 games in the National Premier League. Miscommunication there, and Dunbar will start us off as we approach the final 5 minutes plus stoppage time of this match. And the Ravens lead 1-0 thanks to the prowess of Isabella Habuda. The emerging Jets look to find Hammond, and it is Tries to get knocked away by Dasco, but Hammond still has the ball. It's whipped in, but it falls to Charalambos, who's looking to find someone. Hoa heads it. Charalambos wins it back. Can try to get a second chance. He does. Here's Moreno. Great hold-up play. The 1-2 was tried there, and it is won by Hammond as she continues to stride. And that is a push in the back from Allen to W League players going at it. This is stuff that you love to see here in the National Premier League. Keisha Allen, her second season with the Ravens, and formerly of Blacktown Spartans. My apologies, I do not think she was in the W League. However, play does continue, and it's going to be whipped in by Adams. Whipped in now. And it is a foot race. And this time, the young legs of O'Hagan. But Tanaka makes up for the lack of pace with experience. And the goal kick will be taken once again by Romaina Paragire, who rocks the number 22. We know some famous number 22 goalkeepers. Simon Mignolet is the first one that comes to mind. And, of course, Romaina Paragire in these parts of Sydney. And it is a throw for the emerging Jets, who seem to emerge on the attack. Shalakian breaks that down, but wins a throw for the opposition as O'Hagan throws it in. Shalakian wins it again. Tries to fight Habuda. Lily Rose Dunbar deals with it well. However, it's cleared across goal. The players do not want to stuff up a clearance. However, Howarth just taps it forwards and they get the ball in a least compromising position as Davey gives it back to Dasco. And there's Halls. Here is Allen, who finds Paragire, hoofs it upfield. Very popular around these parts. She's even got herself a blue tick with her 61,000 followers on Instagram, and has done some work with FIFA. And her and Shalakian are both followed by Sydney FC, so there could be something in the works. You never know. From the reigning W League champions, and it is sent through. The idea was great. The execution, however, was just a tad bit too long, as the Jets are urged to push forward. And here is Allen. But it is intercepted. Here is Shalakian, who tried to find Habuda, but instead finds the goalkeeper. Here is Moreno, taking it to the corner, using her intricate trickery, and wins her side a corner as the ball goes over the fence. And lucky for the girls, we have some young legs that can retrieve the ball for them, and there is 1 minute of time added on. And Charalambos will take this corner as we approach the end of the first half. Moreno headed away, falls back to Charalambos, tries to find Moreno, but instead finds a massive groan as emerging Jets will take the throw in. And it is half time here at Christie Park between Gladesville Ravens and emerging Jets, and the home side emerge victorious in this first half of football, thanks to a goal from Isabella Abuda. Do not go anywhere. We will be back in 15 minutes, where I'm sure the game will be even more spicier. Grab yourselves a cup of coffee, hot chocolate, a blanket, and sit down and relax, as we will see you in 15 minutes for the second half. Hello and welcome back to this second half of the National Premier League Women's Round 13 Gladesville Ravens versus Emerging Jets matchup. If you are just joining us, it is 1-0 to the home side, thanks to the prowess of Isabella Habuda, who slotted it past Lily Rose Dunbar after her second attempt. The Ravens are in the black and the white, and the Emerging Jets are in their famous gold and blue jerseys as we look to kick off another 45 minutes as the temperature has dropped down extremely here, and we were definitely not prepared for it. But at the end of the day, football will win, and that is what we're here for, to see who will win out of these matches. And there are also a few matches going on at this exact same time. We've got Manly United versus Bulls FC Academy, Blacktown Spartans versus NSW, MacArthur Rams versus Arpia, Illawarra Stingrays versus Sydney Olympic. But this is the game you want to see, as we are well and truly underway for the second half here, as Emerging Jets start off well as they send it out to O'Hagan, who whips it in, and it falls to Allen, but Dasco wins it, and here is De La Harp and Howarth, who has been very busy this game, sends it back to Dunbar, who's yet to keep a clean sheet this campaign, and that stat remains true in this fixture, as Karipidis sends Howarth out. And there's Sharp. Tries to send a sharp ball in, but instead Davey is the one to get it out, as Tanaka. Just to put it into perspective, their extremeness of the National Premier League Women's, Keiko Tanaka, number 5 for the Ravens, is 38 and is more than double the age of most of the Emerging Jets players, who are a lot of 16 and 17 and 18-year-olds. So just put that into perspective, that there are women against girls in this matchup. But kudos to Keiko Tanaka for still kicking it at 38, literally, as the Emerging Jets now have a throw-in, and it's flicked on by Hammond, cleared away by Allen. There's a bit scrappy there as we just start the second half, and here is Knipe, and Moreno wins the ball, sends a scooping through ball into the goal scorer, Habuda. Does a bit of intricacy there, trying to find something, and the referee has pointed to the spot, and it looks like Haralambus is the one to win the penalty. She's been in the box many times this game, and referee Jackson Mackey blows for the spot, and this could be a double blow for the Emerging Jets if this goes in to the back of the net, and it is going to be taken by number 9, Lexi Moreno, who scored in their last game, so she could make it 2 from 2 here if she can slot away the penalty, as the young goalkeeper Lily Rose Dunbar stays glued to the spot. She takes it, and it is 2-0 as Lexi Moreno sends Lily Rose Dunbar the wrong way and doubles the Ravens' lead here at Christie Park, and makes it 2-0 here. And the Emerging Jets have a lot of work to do if they want to come back from this game, and we see that graphic once again being shown as Hammond kicks us off literally to Karipidis, and here we have Knipe, who's trying to snipe her way back and get her side back into it. Sent in now, but Paragire has made herself known now in the second half, the Chilean national. And Emerging Jets are still fighting. They may be 2-0 down, but that will not stop them. Here is Tanaka. clears it away. Here is Hammond. And it is a Emerging Jets throw. Cleared again, cleared once again. Here is O'Hagan. Found the chest. Calls for handball. Have been listened to. And the Ravens have the free kick. And it will be restarted by Dasko, who send Davey and Allen and Paragire, who will send it out. Here's Charalambus, who won the penalty for her side to go 2-0 up. Sent through now. The Jets are inside the box. Taken, but it looks like it takes a deflection, and it is a corner. It is brilliant defense from the Ravens. They want to keep that clean sheet. Paragire wants to keep that clean sheet. She was best goalkeeper of the season last season. Plenty of accolades to her name, as the ball will be hoofed in to the box. Davey clears it, but it falls back in to the Emerging Jets. Deflected. The Emerging Jets will take the throw. But a counter-attack is now formed. There's Moreno, the goal scorer of the penalty. Looking to go through, but is deflected by Salvador. But it only falls to Buda, but is brilliant defending there from Garebidis, who sends Knight. It's a sniping ball to Mia Hammond. Milan Hammond. Wonder if she goes to AC or Inter. But Paragire, safe hands there in the fluoro orange. And she loves to go long, then goes long again. Finds the Lahab. Couldn't deliver the instrumental pass there. And it is intercepted as the Emerging Jets continue. But it is intercepted again. And there is Moreno, who sees Dunbar off her line. But instead, it is a goal kick. As the young goalkeeper, only 18 years old, restarts for the Emerging Jets. There is Moreno. There is Tanaka, who's old enough to be some of these girls' mother. And it is a goal kick, as Shalakian, disappointed with herself there, who is actually a Chelsea supporter. So that is good or bad news depending on your allegiance. And here is the Emerging Jets now to restart us. Here is Collins. Lots of pace as the young 16-year-olds from Emerging Jets. Well, most. In fact, Layla Sharp, number 16, is the youngest player on the pitch. She is only 15 years old and has started 10 out of the 11 games. And the throw will be... So Tanaka has been playing football longer than her lifetime. Here is Hammond, continuing to fight, showing her W League experience as she plays it back to Sharp. Her kit number is bigger than her age. And here is Knight. Sends it back to Karapidis. Found the space in between and gets there. They're continuing now, the Emerging Jets, but that's stopped as Josie Allen gets it straight back into Paragire. Now here's Sharp, who sends it out to Adams. Cleared away. There's Shalakian with the vital touch. Supports her and she goes. Here is Shalakian, bearing down on goal. Using that left footer to take the shot. And Dunbar sweeps it up as the shot from Shalakian goes straight into her hands. And here are the emerging Jets. And now Allen, Adams, Sharp, and she was offside. The coach did tell her to get onside, could not hear those calls, and the linesman puts the flag up for offside. Here come the Ravens now and continue to find another goal. Here's De La Harpe, former currently at the Brisbane Roar, former Perth Glory and Sydney FC, goalkeeper, and even played in Europe, and is an Irish national for the Irish national team. So plenty of experience as she brings her experience down to the Ravens. She goes to take the throw now, takes it. Here is Tanaka, sends it up to Shalakian, takes the shot, squared into the box, and it's forward into the back of the net as Haralambous was in the right place at the right time and gets the goal. She won the penalty to give her side the second goal, and she scores in this one, finding her a nice, easy tap after the calamity defence, bringing her side 3 goals up. And there is a substitution now for the emerging Jets as number 3, Chloe Walando comes on with W League experience as well, and has a goal against Manly United. Her last name is not said how it's spelled. As Chloe Walando comes on, hoping to make sure her team does not concede any more goals, and 2 early goals in the second half may have put this game to bed, but this is National Premier League action and you never know what can happen. And it is cleared away for to Haralambous, who plays it back to Davey. There's Dasco. Sending it up. There's Moreno with the chest. Tries to go for the Meg, but the Jets found that. Hammond, brilliant touch of the ball, and finds Allen. Plenty of options. Walando's even in there, but cleared away by Davey. The captain stepping up to her duties there. And the emerging Jets have a throw-in. And just to confirm the substitution, Molly Salvador is the woman to come off. We did hear a whistle, however, that was for the game behind us. And there's a shot, Karagire. However, it was not going to count as the linesman waved for offside. And it looks like the Ravens will prepare for a substitution. And that substitution is about to happen as is confirmed as De La Harpe comes off. And here comes Brianna Puccini for the Ravens, who's 21 years old, and it was her first season with the Ravens and formerly of Blacktown Spartans. So here is Brianna Puccini. And the balls, and it is through now. Looks like she is onside. Goes past the keeper. but she was indeed offside. Dunbar got away with that one. She committed too much, but it does not mean anything as she was offside. And here we continue now. And the emerging Jets looking to find something now. Here is Hammond, but is cleared. But the Jets still working with the ball. And O'Hagan gets there. It's a brilliant tackle. Even the Jets coach was saying how great of a tackle it is. She did win the ball. It looks like the referee must have given a free kick. So the Jets as the temperature continues to fall. Shout out to the cameraman for providing me with the brilliant hand warmers as the ball looks to be whipped in now for the Jets. Hand is up, ball is up. It's gone past everyone. But here is O'Hagan, who goes back to Orlando, whose mum is one of the managers for the club, for the team. Is Orlando. That's how he's it. Given to Allen. Both 23s are Allens. One with an A, one with an E. The Jets continue to get something on. Trying to find maybe a consolation, a way to get back into the game. As we are 16 minutes into the second half. And there is even more Premier League action after this as the Football New South Wales Institute will face Spirit here at the same field that we are looking at now, and the reserve grade play behind us. And we have a throw for the emerging Jets. Hammond with the header. But Moreno tries to get something, but it's intercepted. And it's started again as Adams plays it to Allen. Shalakian puts Allen on the floor, but it is played on and finally cleared away by the other Allen. Allen with an E. It's thrown in by the Jets. Paragire. Will hoof it upfield. It has been saved with Manuels this half, or this whole game, as Haralambus tries to find something. The goal scorer of the third goal. Now here's Buccini. Moreno, too soft of a touch, and Adams moans as the ball goes out. Here it is. Borucci. Still trying to find something here. The battle of the W League players cleared away. And it comes close to our scaffolding here, as you can see on the commentary. It is in the way of the shot, but it is okay because it is just a throw-in that Buccini will take. And it finds the corner flag, not the corner, as the ball remains in. You don't see that very often. Cameraman has never seen that. And the ball remained in, but it is now a throw. Here is Hammond trying to find an option here. Goes for the scoop. Here is Allen, who goes back to Paragire. Heads it up. cleared away. Davey. Here's Adams. Keeps going now. Tries to find it through Haralambos, but finally cleared away by Allen. And it is a throw for Wallando. As the clock strikes 20 minutes, it is 3-0 to the Ravens, thanks to 3 different goal scorers in Habuda, Lexi Moreno, and Haralambos. Now we have a substitution for the emerging Jets. Here comes Isabella with a H. Threlfo coming on, who started every game this season but this one, who's coming on to make an impact. And Sophie Howarth comes off for the emerging Jets, who played a brilliant game, put in a brilliant shift at the back despite conceding 3 goals. She worked well with her counterpart Kari Pivis, and her night is officially done. Here's Moreno, who's sending it through, and it's a mistake from the girl that just came on, who tries to chip it as Habuda tries to find a second there. Bit of miscommunication there, as Threlfo almost cost her team a 4th. The Jets did score 2 goals in their last game against Apia, so they are capable of putting the ball into the back of the net. Time will tell whether they can do it this time out, as the Ravens are once again on another counter-attack, as Shalakian whips it in, but Hammond puts her body on the line, and a corner will be taken for the Ravens. And it looks like Haralambos will take this one as a substitute. Sophie Haworth makes her way onto the bench, a 17-year-old who started 12 of 13 games this season, rocking that number 7. It's headed, fallen down, and it is into the back of the net, and Isabella Habuda gets her double, gets a brace, and makes it 4-0 here at Christie Park, who has had stints at Western Sydney Wanderers, and it is her first season here at the Ravens and formerly of Apia. So using her experience, ignore the name on the back, that is Isabella Habuda, who scored her second of the match and makes it 4-0. It's a mistake, and she could take the match ball with her. She takes the shot, and it is officially 5-0. Quick goals in quick succession, as Isabella Habuda has pulled the rabbit out of the hat and makes it 5-0 here at Christie Park. A hat trick for Habuda. And the graphic of a goal is being shown once again as the Ravens make it Fantastic 5 here, the new superheroes. And it looks like Tanaka is coming, and here comes Renee Poutney, and will confirm who that player is in a minute. I think there is a miscommunication of numbers from what I was given, but it could be Sophie Clark, and it looks like Keiko Tanaka has come off. But Poutney is on. In fact, she played college in the United States for Creighton University, so has international experience. And here is Paragire with the clean sheet so far. We have 20 minutes plus added on stoppage time to go. Haralambos with a goal to her name and won the foul and won the penalty for her side that Moreno slotted away. Here she is now with the ball, Moreno. And the referee gives the foul that Moreno, Lexi Moreno, wins, who is a Perth native and is actually friends with Sam Kerr. So definitely learnt some target practice from her. Knocks the ball forward just a little bit out of the sight of the referee. So the referee notices. It's the little things like that. It's the little things like that. And here is Moreno. And it's read brilliantly there by Walando. And the emerging Jets trying to emerge in a counter-attack here. But Buccini clears it. Thrown in. Here come the Jets now. Throw. There's Knight. Here's O'Hagan. Taken on Buccini. Cleared away by Davey. But only as one comes out. Too sharp. The 15-year-old was not too far off. However, Paragire can restart us. And looks to do so as she hoofs it upfield. It is won brilliantly there by O'Hagan. Trying to find an opening here. It's a great tackle from Moreno. And the Ravens have a throw. Here is Buccini. Some great sauce on that. There's Poutney trying to find Shalakian. Threlfo trying to start something from the Jets. It's sent through from O'Hagan, trying to find Collins. It's Paragire who gives it to Allen, sending it out to Haralambos. And plays it back, all the way back to Paragire. And here is Buccini. Moreno sends it long and finds Howells, who sends it to Haralambos. Whips it in! And Shalakian! It is saved, but not completely out, and finally out by Karipidis, as Haralambos delivered a divine ball into the feet of Shalakian, but it was an extravagant save by Dunbar to stop her side from conceding 6. Thrown in now. Here's Moreno. The battle of the number 9s. Here's Alexi Moreno. Gets past O'Hagan. Blocked. And it is a throw to be taken by Buccini. He's going to look to throw it into the danger area. And throws it in. Headed away. That's great defending from the Jets, who can now counter. Here's Knight trying to find Hammond, but Davies having none of it. And it goes back to Paragire, who is calm and composed. Here's Buccini. Shalakian and Buccini play a beautiful 1-2. Buccini tried to find Poutney, but he finds the gloves of Dunbar. There's Hawes, who's touched, let her down. And it is a throw-in for the emerging Jets, trying to emerge a goal. But so far have been unsuccessful. And here come the Jets now. Here's O'Hagan. Finds Adams, who whips it in. But Paragire will start us off once again. And she will just take her time as her side find themselves 5-0 up. 3 goals from Habuda, a goal from Alexi Moreno, and a goal from Haralambos. Puts their side 5-0 up, which will be very, very pivotal for the title race, as it's only a 4-point gap between 1st and 7th, and the Ravens find themselves 5th. So definitely crucial. Depending on other results, they could find themselves in the top 3 tonight. Here's Haralambos. Sends it out. Played into the middle there by Moreno. Sent out here. Emerging Jets have had the better half of the possession the past 5 minutes or so, but it has been intercepted. Here is Moreno. Tries to find Haralambos. That is a divine ball, but Haralambos finds herself offside. And another substitution, as it looks like Lara Brewis will come on, and Sophie Clark. And Captain Kimberly Davey comes off. Here is Brewer and Patricia Haralambos, who has had a brilliant game, a goal, and got the penalty that helped her side extend their lead. And she comes off for Sophie Clark. And Lara Brewers has started 42 of her 50 National Premier League games. So they will come on for the last 13, 15 minutes or so, depending on, of course, the stoppage time that we find ourselves in at the end of the game. And we continue here at Christie Park. Moreno tries to find something, but instead concedes the foul, which was won well by Knight. Taken now. Here is Allen. Goes back to Sharp, who again's kit number is larger than her age. She is only 15 years of age, the youngest player on the field at Paragire. Hoofs it up. Moreno finds Poutney, who is bearing down the wing, whips it in, headed away. Cause to get the ball out has finally been fulfilled. Here's Allen. He just goes back to Paragire, who commands the back line from the goal posts. Not the best pass there, but it's made up there. And it looks like Walandu almost won that, but Dunbar will comfortably get there as the emerging Jets prepare to bring on Zoe Daly, who's 18 years old and has started 8 games this season. Zoe Daly, who's preparing to come on. And a handball is given. And we have 3 substitutions for the emerging Jets as Amelia Grace Elder, Madeline Con, Zoe Daly all come on. And Madeline Con, 9 minutes to go as Madeline Con, the 16-year-old, rotates between first and reserve grade, comes on. Amelia Grace Elder, who's 18 years old, also rotates between first and reserve grade, comes on as well. And Zoe Daly, who's 18 years old. So the young limbs coming on to support all the other young limbs here. So hopefully, maybe get a goal or 2. As Emma O'Hagan, Laura Knipe, and Alexis Collins were the players to depart. And there's the first piece of action there from Zoe Daly. Give them back to Allen from Halls. As the press does not phase Allen, who plays it back. Not the best pass across the park. As Adams finds Baragide off the line. And that was just over as Baragide will breathe a sigh of relief there, as she has been very vital for this side, urging her team to get up. As she goes long once again, plays it on the wing, but here come emerging Jets now. Sent out to Elder, who's rocking the orange hair bow. And done well there by Buccini. The height difference was no match for her. Communication, and is cleared away by Halls. So brilliant touch by Pountney, but Threlfo clears it away, comes back. Here is Buccini, who had Adams on her back, cleared away. Hammond wanted the foul, but instead it is a play on. Here comes Moreno, who flips it over Karipidis. Sends it out. That's a brilliant ball to find Annie Halls. Moreno has delivered some scrumptious balls this game. There is Moreno now. Here is Claire Adams. Hammond passing the ball while also doing her hair. Multi-talented there. No foul is given, and they play on with Shalakian, who had a bit of a daft touch there. And here come the emerging Jets. Shalakian is trying to win the ball back after the mistake that she's made. Intercepted by Pountney. There's Moreno. Played back into the back. Here is Buccini, rocking the 26. But it is won by Dunbar. Into Daly. Cleared away by Allen. And here's Threlfo. Using her feet there, Dunbar, to get the ball back. Skinning past Pountney. And here comes Adams. Cleared away as the Battle of the Eights is won, but then intercepted by Pountney. There is Karipidis shutting away that through ball to Shalakian. As the emerging Jets continue to try and get something into this game. Here is Elder. As Hammond frustrated. And there is Moreno, who puts a scrumptious through ball in to Pountney. Moreno knows how to whip in a ball and also knows how to convert penalties, as she has a goal to her name tonight. Here is Brewers who gives it. It's whipped in. But the only thing Poutney finds is the side netting. As we approach the 40th minute, 5 minutes to go, plus of course the time added on. And it is 5-0. Allen is on the floor and it's finally kicked out. It looks like she might get back up on her feet. But she seems to be in a little bit of discomfort. But seems to be okay, which is what we like to see. We don't want to see any injuries. And she's back on her feet and goes back into her position. The former Blacktown Spartans player. Who hoofs it up. Here's Gladesville. Fighting sharp. Here's Rolando. Who earns the foul, and it looks like Lara Brewis is the one that conceded that foul. Whipped in now. Cleared out. Here is Buccini. Hoofed up. And here goes Layla Sharp. Who gets it out to Elder. But it's intercepted. Here is Moreno. Trying to use her feet to find the ball. And finds the ball. Finds it for Shalakian. It's a brilliant touch. But Walandu says that will do. Clears it out. But it falls back to Hawes, who gives it to Allen. Who seems to be fine now after that little knock that she had momentarily. Continuing now. But he's intercepted by Sharp. And once again intercepted by the Ravens. And another interception. This time it is Adams for the Jets. And Sharp giving it to the emerging Jets. There's a scoop up. Here's Daly. Cleared away. And out of harm's way. As we approach the concluding moments of this game. Despite the result, it has been a thrilling game. Hat-trick by Habuda. And Haralambos scored also, and so did Moreno. As it was only 1-0 at halftime. So a powerful second half from the Ravens to score 4 goals in the second half. And essentially put this game to bed here. Well before any of these players' bedtimes, as the Ravens play back to Paragire. Not one of her best kicks of the night, but here is Buccini to Moreno. Continuing to go Moreno, but it is won by Con. And Gladesville will play back to Dunbar. And here's Gladesville now. Tries to send it long, headed out. That's brilliant footwork there from Allen, but loses it. And just a bit too much. And here's Allen out to Shalakian, who will take on the emerging Jets players, trying to find Poutney. Instead finds the feet of Threlfo. But the Ravens still are on the attack here. Trying to send it. But that is a crunching tackle from Gladesville. As Lara Brewis is on the ground. And she's up on her feet. We'd like to see that. It looks like it will be a corner for the Ravens, much to the disgruntlement of the emerging Jets coach. And if you would like to see even more National Premier League women's action, be sure to tune in straight after this at this exact same ground for Spirit against Football New South Wales Institute. But for now, Moreno whips the ball in. Tries to find Shalakin, cleared away, put back into the box. It's a shot! And that is the strike to make it 6 for the Ravens. It was not cleared away properly by the emerging Jets, and the substitute pops up with a goal to make it 6-0. Here, just before the end of the game, as we approach stoppage time right now, and this game is effectively wrapped up. Here, 6 goals to the good for the Ravens, and they have delivered a masterclass in football tonight here at Christie Park, as Ellie Howard is the goal scorer. The substitute making an impact from the back, keeping a clean sheet and scoring a goal. And it looks like as the temperatures get colder, the feet get more cramped, and both sides eagerly wait that final whistle as Paragire gives a wave. I don't know if that's at me or to someone else, but she will hoof the ball up as it becomes so cold that we can see our own breath. And Paragire with the big kick, the potato. The Ravens goal animation now comes up a bit late, but that's okay. And it looks like there is a minute or so, mark my words, and it is full time here at Christie Park. And it is Gladesville Ravens 6, emerging Jets 0. There was a hat trick in this game from Habuda, goal from Haralambus, Lexi Moreno, and the substitute Howard. It has been an thrilling and a captivating game. We would like to thank you all for your viewership and for watching. May you all have a brilliant week ahead, and do not go anywhere, as there are even more National Premier League women's action coming up.